This morning, we're busting some myths about food and nutrition. St. Mary's dietitian Marianne Merrick is here with some answers. Thanks for joining us this morning, Marianne.
You're welcome.
All right, so multigrain, that's a huge one. It's the same as whole grain?
Yeah. Yes, multigrain doesn't necessarily mean whole grain. Whole grain is, the whole, like brown rice, your whole grains. Now, if you look at the label, if it doesn't say whole grain, then it's not going to be, a whole grain. So you really have to look. A lot of the food labels now have multigrain, and it kind of, you think that it's high in fiber and it's the good stuff, but really you need to read those labels.
What is preferred as a nutritionist? Do you prefer
whole grain?
Whole grain.
Yes.
So look for whole grain.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now this one I'm interested about this one. Sea salt is natural, so it's better for you than table salt. I actually had somebody say, well, you're going to use sea salt in that soup. I mean, why would you use anything else? And I thought,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, there's really no difference when you're looking at sodium content. There really is no difference between sea salt and regular table salt. Now, the difference will be in the flavor and the texture. There's lots of different kinds of salts out there. So you can, if you like a preference, the recommendation is always to use less anyway.
Right. Okay.
So, regardless.
Okay. Organic fruit and vegetables provide more nutrition.
Yes. Organics don't necessarily provide more nutrition than the non-organics. It's really how the vegetables and fruits were processed. So if they're wilted and they look old, they're going to be lower in nutritional value whether they're organic or not organic. So you really have to look at the freshness, and getting them from a farmer's market is always good. That's going to be high in nutrition. Now if you're looking at pesticides, that's a different thing.
Right.
So I think people need to make sure they understand the difference.
Learn what organic really means.
Right.
Okay, a salad is the best low-calorie diet food. I just don't like the word diet.
I don't either. I see a lot of people eat tons of salad, but they put tons of cheese and high-fat meats and dressing. Especially when you eat out, sometimes you don't have much control. You can ask, though, to put the cheese on the side,
as well as
put
the dressing on the side.
Exactly, and so you can really overdo it. You might as well eat a burger and fries if you have all that fat on your salad.
True. Okay. And the last myth here: plastic or glass cutting boards don't hold harmful bacteria on their surfaces like wooden cutting boards do.
Right. Whether you're using the wooden or the plastic or any kind of surface for cutting, especially with meats and fish, you really need to sanitize either one very, very well. Wash it and sanitize it after each use.
Okay,
very
and quickly,
important.
we were talking during the break that a lot of people try to go to the internet because that's where you go to, and you can find out more information. But not every site you go to has the right information.
That's correct.
Okay.
You really have to know the sites you're looking at. If you're Googling something, it may not be the right source. So eatright.org is a good site, or WebMD has a lot of good nutrition information as well.
Okay, so you can bust your own food myths there. All right, Marianne, thank you very much.
You're welcome.